What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here to bring you guys my watch list for this week. So we're going to start off with retail because, as you guys know, this is a shorter week of trading and Thursday is Thanksgiving. And guess what Friday is? Friday is Black Friday. So we're going to start off with looking at retail, and I'm going to go with Target today. To be honest, you can look at HD, which is Home Depot. You can look at Walmart. You can look at Costco, but I'm going to look at Target. This is a stock I like to play, and I know it is a bit better than the others. So Target is sitting right around a little support here. And I believe that this Friday, of course, I believe the market's closed. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the market's closed. But in the run up to Black Friday and also after Black Friday, we're going to see this really start to move. Now it's sitting, like I said, just at a nice little support level. And I'd love to see the start up trending towards the 8-day EMA and the 50-day SMA. Now, once that happens, we can start seeing a push towards highs of 254, maybe even more, closer to 255. And of course, I'll be looking at the 255 calls for the end of, well, actually, no, the 255 calls for the beginning of December, because next week is December 3rd. So if you look at a monthly chart, it's had a very wild month. Well, over the past month, so near end of October, around a month ago, it was around this level. It managed to rally up towards 260 before selling off a little bit. And at one point, it reached highs of 268. So think about this. From here, where we're at 250, getting a run up to 265, 266, that is a very nice margin for returns. If you look at the 1 hour chart, you can see, again, we're sitting at right around a nice level of support. And so what you would want to look at with Target is a nice little, uptrend start beginning. And I don't know, you see this really nice green candle, that's a good sign. Can we see if we can get a few more like that? It would be nice if we could start moving towards this 50-day SMA, get some nice price action going. But yeah, I will be looking at the target calls for December. Remember, again, you can look at other retail stocks as well. Now, at the beginning of this video, you might have seen an alert on my screen, and that was PayPal, that it dropped below $200 level, which is very nice for myself because PayPal under $200 is a steal, but doesn't mean we just jump into calls right away. What I want you to look at is the chart on a bigger scale. So look at 1 month, look at 3 months. It's been downtrending. Look at 6 months. It has been downtrending. So don't just go and jump into this straight away. Because I know people wanted to buy PayPal when it was here around 224. I know people wanted to buy PayPal when it was around 205, 206. I know people who saw the run up around 215 and thought, okay, let's get into PayPal. Well, now it's around $193. So it can still fall. And how low will it fall? Well, I'm not sure. But if I look at the support and resistance, it can still keep going to the 180s. It doesn't look like it's done falling. Yeah, long term, it might be a really good buy and hold. But right now, short term, I've got this on my radar for puts. Now, I think the most of the drop off has actually happened and it's pretty much done, I'd say. I'd say maybe 183, so another $13 or so, $10, $13. We could see it drop off. But what I'm really looking at is the $220 calls, $240 calls for next year. Maybe even the $250 calls by next summer. And you might say, whoa, that's a crazy prediction. But look, just 3 months ago, even less than 3 months ago, just in September, 2 months ago, we were at 278. So don't be surprised to see this rally upwards next year. I mean, again, I'm not looking at a short-term play. If I'm looking at a short-term play, it probably puts. But for now, I'm looking at the longer-term play. A stock which has been doing the opposite to PayPal is QCOM. It's also Qualcomm, by the way. So look at the strong run. Since 13th of October, when it was around $127, that's about 6 weeks ago, it's risen to highs of 189. So what am I looking at for this one? Well, a pullback towards the 50-day SMA around $177 level before rising again to $185 and then again even higher than where it currently sits. I would not be surprised to see this one pull back because it's just been, in my opinion, overbought right now. It's been running, and it's nice to see it's been running, but it's slightly oversold in my opinion. I did set a call out for this one in the Discord. I'll pull that one up on screen. I don't remember what it was, but QCOM blew way past that. And if you'd held those calls, yeah, you would have made some very good money. I'm sure some people in the group did take those calls, and I'm happy for them because they made some very good money on that one. So QCOM, look for a pullback, but keep it on your radar because it could just keep running, maybe up closer towards the $200 level this week. Next, let's look at the electric vehicle sector. We're going to start off with Lucid. Lucid ticker symbol LCID. So you guys know this stock has been pretty erratic recently. Let's look at the past month. It was very strong. So it's kind of cool seeing Lucid at these levels right now, especially when you compare where it was literally a month ago. Down, it was literally half of this. But yes, Friday had a very solid day, up 70% on a day. Of course, it fell to lows of $42 on Thursday before just rallying upwards Friday. So this is not really a stock I would trade unless I see a healthy pullback to levels of support. You see here, it fell to around previous levels of support, so it was very clear to see. If you traded this and looked at the chart just like this, you would have been able to trade that. I personally like Lucid as a swing play, but buy and hold long term, I'd have to get my shares in the $18 to $22 range, which is actually where it was a couple months ago. And during that time, I traded options on it, but I did not exercise my options. Now, please also don't forget that Lucid is also kind of a tech play. So when you see tech moving, Lucid might reap the rewards of that in some form. And also this past week, Lucid Air was announced as the Motor Trend Car of the Year 2022. So these are all good things for Lucid. It's quite exciting what they're doing. Let's see how they progress going on in the future. Now let's touch on Disney. Disney that announced earnings 2 weeks ago. Disney has kind of underperformed and also sold off heavily. So let's look at the monthly chart, get an idea of what's been happening. It hit highs of 179, almost up to 179.80, and then it dropped off all the way down to 152. Let's be honest, Disney in the $152 range is very, very cheap. Disney in the $152 range means it's a great buy and hold for long term. I like Disney in the 150 range. I made a video earlier on Disney around, I think, May, and let's see where it was in May. In May, it fell to around 165, and I was saying if it goes to 150s, I'll buy it. Now, it had not fallen below that until now. But again, I don't want to just jump into it straight away. Buy and hold long term, sure, I can dollar cost average or I can even buy the stock as it is right now. Look, let's say if we can find a nice start uptrending towards the 50-day SMA, that would be great to see. If we could see that and touch the 50-day SMA and start moving above that, I would not be surprised to see it push up like it did right here. Look, it trended below the 50-day SMA, it finally crossed and started pushing upwards. Since then, we have not fully gone above the 50-day SMA. So I'm looking for that to happen. When it happens, I don't know. But this week, I'll be looking at it, keeping my eye on it, just seeing when Disney starts moving. If Disney does cross the 50-day SMA, I would love to see it break out. But also remember, you've got to just be careful with this call options. Give yourself enough time. Give yourself at least a cushion so you can know, okay, Disney's doing this, Disney's doing that. I've got enough time to expiry. It doesn't affect me. But let's look at a different stock now. I'm going to go with Rivian. Rivian recently IPO'd. Oh, hold on, I spelled it wrong. Rivian. Rivian. Wait, what is the ticker for Rivian? RIVN. That's what I put, but whatever. Okay, so another one in the electric vehicle sector. They just IPO'd this week. That's why you don't see anything before November. So it went straight out of the blocks. It went crazy. Now this one will be one for buy and hold long term, but I want to see what it does this week because the first week, yeah, it rallied. It rallied all the way up to highs of 175, 176, and it sold off to around 120. Now it's around 127 after just selling off the past couple of days. But let's see what it does this week. I'm really intrigued to see how this performs. I think it's very overvalued. The IPO price is supposed to be around $78. Well, it IPO'd around, what was it? $100, I guess. And since then, it's done some very unpredictable movement. As we know, stocks tend to rally upwards during the IPO and then sell off. I did not expect the sell off to happen this quickly, which kind of brings me onto another stock which has had its IPO, well, not that recently, but it did some similar movement with its IPO, and that is Robinhood. Robinhood right now looks like it's in put territory. I would love to see this drop all the way down to $10, but we know Vlad is not going to let that happen. If it does happen, trust me, I will be loading up. It's just been falling off, selling off. We know about the Robinhood's difficulty with security, privacy. We know about different accounts getting hacked. We know a lot about negative news with Robinhood. Not even to talk about the meme stock nonsense, I'd say, that happened earlier this year. But Robinhood is in put territory. It's just been falling. It's just been falling. It's been falling. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about the IPO. See how it rallied up to, I don't know, $80 and sold off quickly. Since then, it's just been keeping tight to this 8-day EMA, but it looks like it's still staying below it. It's not really broken above it. And this is a stock I've always said I'm not going to invest in yet. I would love to see it very cheap before I touch. Now let's look at a firm ticker symbol AFRM, which had more very unpredictable movement last week because now it's sitting at $136. Yes, I made a video a couple of weeks ago saying, oh, look how strong it's going. This doesn't look like it could stop. Well, guess what? It looks like we've been stopped this past week because we just sold off. Yeah, we did hit highs of 160, but then just dropped all the way down to 133 for a while. Now we're at 136. I'm going to look at it on a bigger scale. AFRM, there's nothing to be worried about. Just in October, it was around this level. Let's see if it can hold this level right here. It's around 132.83. That's the number to look for, 132.83. Can we hold above that once we keep falling? If we do hold above that, best believe I'll be looking at call options again. I would say $140, $145 calls for December. I do believe those could rip. If you want to go a little bit more risky, you can look at $160 calls for December, but don't be surprised to see a stock like this just rally towards that level. It has got the potential to move, it has got the potential to run, and I would not be surprised to see a firm back up at these levels between $160, $165 within the next couple months, before the end of the year at least. Next, we're going to talk about SOFI, ticker symbol SOFI. Similar to AFRM. It went on a nice run for a while, and it was like, okay, you cannot stop this stock. But now it's sold off back towards the $20 level. We've traded this a couple times in the past 3 months, I'd say. But look at this erratic movement. $23 down to $19. Then up again to $24. Now back down to around $20. So am I saying here we're going to do the next run? Because if you look at this pattern here, and this pattern here, very, very similar. So we could see this run up again. But I want to see it just move above this 8-day EMA and then again above this 50-day SMA. So the 50-day SMA around $20.70 is really what I want to see it get above. When it does do that, well, you've seen before, it can push up. From below the 50-day SMA to above it, it has potential to really run. Please keep your eyes out for SOFI this week. And I've got one more interesting stock for you, I'd say. That is PROG. Now, we always have some risky plays in these videos, and this is the one for today. PROG. Let's have a look at that, because we're almost at $5 again. 13.72%, almost 14% gain Friday. This stock is one I would look for a pullback on towards around $4.50. That's the level you want to look at. If you can hold above this 50-day SMA, that's the level you want to look at. Honestly, I don't really like playing this stock. If you want to buy and hold shares, then I understand that a bit more. But just looking at the past month, what it's done, well, I'm not really seeing anything clear here. Again, pull back to around $4.50, this 50-day SMA. Then we can look at taking advantage of that and moving forward. But I hope you guys kind of enjoy this kind of video. If you want to see me do more, maybe analysis on different news on stocks, by the way, you can look at news just in here. You can look at right here. You can look at news for certain stocks. But if you want to see me do that kind of thing, look at news, go over news like I've done in previous videos, then please let me know. If you like these kind of videos and want to see more like this, then make sure you guys hit the red button and subscribe to this channel. We have passed 3.1K subscribers. We're moving on closer to the 5K mark. It would be lovely to hit the 5K mark by the end of this year. Again, this week is a shorter trading week. Please do not forget it's a shorter trading week. We're going to have fun Thursday. I'm going to enjoy my Thanksgiving. Friday, Black Friday. So look out for those retail stocks. But overall, make sure you guys drop a like. Make sure you guys drop a comment. Let me know if you're in the Discord. Let me know if you need to join the Discord, because the link is in the description below. If you'd like another way to join the Discord, you can also sign up through the stock option starter pack, which is the first link in the description below. That's a $99 one-time payment, but you also get 10 videos with that, and it'll also give you direct access to Discord as well. Any other questions, feel free to drop me a DM, find me on socials. And that is it for today's video. Now, please do remember, my main watch list is going to be in the Discord this week. My main watch list is going to be in the Discord. So make sure you guys check that one out as well. But overall, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Have a great Sunday. I've got money making. You got money making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.